All right, folks, we are in, well, you know what we're doing. All right, first things first, you should always disconnect the negative battery terminal. It's right there. It's just a 10 millimeter bolt or not right there. You just unloosen it. I like to set it off to the side where it's not touching metal. And I like to put a little cloth there, so just to be safe. And right now, no power to the car. I always do this whenever you're working on any component to the car, no matter what. Even now changing this airflow thing, I would just disconnect the battery and to do the filter. That might be another video, which was a pain in the butt, to be honest. Oh my gosh, it took me like an hour because you have to like kind of like, unless I'm doing it wrong, there's really no video on how to do it, but you have to like move this out of the way. So it's just a good idea to cut the power. It's a good habit to get into. The negative is perfectly okay. If you're working on major electrical things like ECU or anything like that, disconnect the negative and the positive. Anyway, let's get to it. So this is what it looks like all bolted together. It looks amazing. It's gonna look pretty sick. I need to turn that flange around the other way. And what it is the idea is by having the high flow filter in there and this thing, that should give you the same amount of power as the engine or the Mishi motor or whatever. The only thing is, now the high flow air filter was supposed to like give you that sound of the engine. It doesn't. And to be honest, I really don't feel any difference in throttle response, or maybe it's a tad bit louder. Maybe it's just me, but I don't notice a difference. But I'm really curious to see if this, because they claim that it gives you the same amount of performance. We're talking throttle response, we're talking actual horsepower. They say it does. And Purell is, I mean, they're kind of top of the line. So for them to say that, I mean, I guess that holds a little water. Basically, you put these little metal ring, I forgot what these things are called, but you put them on. Rule of thumb is it's whatever the width of it is, half that distance to the tubing. So I'm gonna put that over here for the side. So basically we have this guy, which is like a little screwdriver one. Of course, it's OEM Honda. So it's gonna be junk. We don't have to really undo this one. We don't have to do this one. We don't have to do that one. We have 2 bolts to do here, one there, and one right there. And then we have to undo this guy, but I'm not really sure what exactly this is. It almost looks like a nail. It's not like a screwdriver, or like it doesn't have a Phillips or flathead, so I'm not really sure. Also, make sure the intake runner is cool to the touch. So once I figure out how to get this off, we'll be back.